Okay, where's this going? I thought they were in music class. Where's this going? Okay, that's one way to get rid of them. All right, welcome to another School Principal Reacts. My name is Brandon, and I'm a school principal from the U.S. state of Georgia. I have gotten a lot of feedback about some of the episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants that I've been looking at. I have another one today that's called Professor Squidward. I don't really know much about it other than Squidward is going to somehow be a professor, and it's some sort of music class. That's about it. This one also hits home for me because I, at one time, was a music teacher and I did that for several years. So I'm excited to see what exactly is going to happen here. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying these episodes, please let me know what you'd like me to react to next and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's get into it. Here we go. I always love the intro music.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is this him or is this?
Isn't it grand?
Oh, there he is.
What is? He's such a great musician. He doesn't even have to touch an instrument to be brilliant.
All right, I've had enough. Bunch of nonsense.
Why, here he comes now.
It is him.
Did kind of look like him.
Aren't you the esteemed Squilliam Fancyson III, who we all came here to see perform tonight?
Squilliam
No, I am not,
Fancyson.
nor would I ever want to be. I am quite content being Squidward Q Tentacles.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's too bad.
Why?
Because I'm head matron at an esteemed musical college in town, and thought if you were Squilliam Fancyson, I would offer you the high-paying and prestigious opportunity to come there and teach your very own music class.
My very own music class. Did you say Squilliam Fancy Son?
Yes.
I'm
gonna lie.
Squilliam Fancy Son.
But didn't you just say a minute ago that your name was Squidward Q Tentacles?
It is. No, I mean, no, I didn't.
Well, that's a relief. I mean, what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's music recital?
A very pathetic one. That's who.
Well, good evening, Professor Squilliam.
Yeah, and this does happen. People who are very renowned in a particular field are sometimes invited by different colleges and universities to not necessarily be a full professor, but to do something for them, teach a class, give a lecture, or sometimes for a period of time, teach some classes. So that actually is not unusual. The problem here is, of course, he comes out, and at the beginning of the episode, I kind of thought maybe that was Squidward on stage, but it wasn't. But it does look an awful lot like him. So they see him coming out and say, okay, there he is. Let's offer him a job. And depending on who it is and what this person will be doing, a lot of times, you know, it's good for the artist or expert in whatever field that it is. And it's also good for the college because they get to say, hey, we've got, you know, this particular person or this famous individual teaching classes. Don't you want to come, you know, pay tuition at our college? So it kind of works out for both of them. But he has lied in order to get this. So I'm afraid to see what happens next. But let's take a look.
Oh. And a good evening to you as well.
Music types.
Ooh, they're so strange.
And, you know, there is a little bit of truth to that, too. I have been a music teacher prior to becoming a principal for many years. And there are some music teachers and artists that are very down to earth. And there are others that are very eccentric and have, let's say, peculiarities to them. So, yeah, there's some truth there. They all have clarinets. Yeah, and I don't know why he's wearing a powdered wig, and I hear the Baroque style music. Just because you're a music teacher doesn't mean you only teach like Baroque style or classical music. I saw that all the students here, every single one of them, have clarinets, and they're just sitting in normal desks. So, a few comments. It's funny when I was a band director in real life. And I would introduce the various instruments to people who wanted to play an instrument, but they weren't sure what they wanted to play. I would show them a clarinet, and every single last one of them, at least when this show was very, very popular, would say, "Oh, yeah, Squidward." They automatically knew what a clarinet was, not because they had seen a real clarinet in real life, but because they had seen the clarinet on this show. They would automatically know what it was. And I thought to myself, well, that's not the best reference, but at least they know what it is. Also, students would not be sitting in normal desks like this. You cannot play the clarinet in a normal desk, at least not without, raising it way, way up and looking very strange, and it'd be tough to play. They would not be sitting in regular desks like this. But let's see what happens. I can't wait to see what Squidward's class is going to be like.
Good evening, students. Now, our first evening professor.
I mentioned this on my episode of the Flintstones. I've never heard this. I don't know if this ever really happened back in the day where the teacher comes in and says, "Good morning, students. Good morning, teacher." In this case, "Good evening, professor." I've never heard that in real life.
As I was saying, our first... Yes,
Aren't you gonna write your name on the board like most professors do?
my name? What for?
Well, it just seems like teachers usually write their names on the board the first day of class.
Yeah.
Why don't you come write your name on the board? We'll see how you like it.
Okay.
Okay.
There. Now, how does that feel, Billy?
Okay, I guess.
Good. Now, why don't you take your seat and stop poking your nose into other people's business?
Squidward's about the most intense teacher I've ever seen here. This is pretty strange.
Now, if we can go for 5 minutes without having any further interruptions, I would like to...
Hey, look! It's Squidward!
Squilliam, everybody! He was about to say Squilliam.
Oh yeah, because they think he's that famous artist. I don't even Squilliam. I don't remember his last name, but he's not supposed to be Squidward here.
Actually, I think he was about to say Squidward.
Didn't you two nincompoops know? I had my name legally changed to Squilliam Fancyson. And you are to refer to me only as Professor Squilliam from now until the end of time. Now blink twice so I know you understand. Okay, good. Hey, he blinked 3 times.
Wow, only 8 minutes in and we've already been given a math quiz. Very advanced music class, huh, Patrick?
I'll say.
I love that. It just says prestigious music college. It's kind of funny.
As you may not be aware, music is a complicated series of notes that when played in the... SpongeBob, do you mind? There are other people here besides you, and I don't think they appreciate you depriving them of my wisdom.
I'm sorry, Professor Squilliam. Patrick here keeps tickling my foot.
No way! He's making that up. It was him.
You expect me to believe he was tickling himself?
You better tell him, SpongeBob.
All right, it was me.
You were tickling yourself.
Like
Didn't
this.
think that was possible. Again, I don't know how they're playing the clarinet like that, but okay.
Fair. Now, as I was saying, music is a series of complex...
Yeah, and you don't carry clarinets around in briefcases either, or it looks like maybe a clarinet case without the little compartments for the various pieces. And he just took it out whole, which also you don't do. It has like 5 pieces plus the ligature plus the reed. So that's a little different.
SpongeBob, I told you to stop tickling yourself.
Actually, that time, it really was me.
Now, I'm going to put some notes on the chalkboard.
Okay.
Excuse me, is this something you'd like to share with the rest of the class? Go on, you've already interrupted once. You might as well tell us what was so very important.
And I've seen teachers do that back in the day, more on like TV and movies. It's rare that you see this in real life. What I mean is the teacher saying, "Oh, is there something you'd like to share with the class?" Nowadays, that is a dangerous question to ask because you may end up getting more than you bargained for. And by asking that question, you're going to get an even bigger disruption because some people will say, "Yeah, here, let me tell you." And then the whole class starts laughing and it takes a minute to get control back. So watch what you ask for when you say that.
Important.
Well, I was just saying that these lie juju remind me of a railroad track.
I've never heard anything more insipid, insane, uninteresting, or irrelevant.
Well, actually, there was a railroad convention in town last week, and I bought myself this nifty conductor's cap.
I have never seen a more ridiculous-looking object on top of anybody's head anywhere.
Well, I don't know. Suits my needs.
What else did you buy at this convention?
Why are they talking about this?
Locomotive.
Yes.
Okay, where's this going? I thought they were in music class. Where's this going? Okay, that's one way to get rid of them.
Now, where were we?
Yeah, and by the way, I guess this is a college, so yeah, the professor can kind of kick you out. In public school, the teacher can put you out if you're causing a disturbance. If you're just being kind of annoying, probably not. But in the college, the professor can just say, "Get out." I believe that's the case.
This is what's known as a metronome.
Hey, my mom has one of those in her
Metronome?
garden.
Oh no, SpongeBob, that was a garden gnome.
And I remember when I was little, we had one of these. It looked almost exactly like that. In fact, it has a little weight that you can't see down at the bottom, and you kind of wind it up, and you kind of push it to the side, and it goes, tick tock, tick tock. And there's a setting on the back where you tell it, exactly how fast you want it to go, and it will do that for a while. And of course, you have to wind it back up again. I haven't seen one of those really since I was little. Nowadays, just about all metronomes are going to be digital. There are plenty of apps that you can have on your phone that are metronomes where you just put in the number. It gives you the beats per minute. But back in the day, yeah, I did have one of these at my house, but that was a very long time ago now.
Anyway, the metronome helps us keep time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly how it worked. Yeah, you see it has that little square thing like in the middle of the stick part. You move it up and down. And so if you move it down toward the bottom, it goes really, really fast. And if you move it up toward the top, it goes really slow. I have not seen one of these in quite some time.
Do you mind? Is there something seriously wrong with your head?
Hypnotized them.
My whole life has been pointed in one direction. Tick,
See that now?
tick.
There's never been any choice for me.
Would you two nincompoops cut it out?
What does that mean?
Or am I gonna?
Hello! We're with the local Bikini Bottom news channel. I'm a reporter.
Oh, because
We're
they
here to
think he's
conduct
a
an
celebrity.
interview with the esteemed musical genius Squilliam Fancy Son.
Leave
How's
me
he going to
alone.
impersonate him
Are
on
those students of
television?
yours?
Nope, they're just morons. Come on, you two, snap out of it.
They appear to be in some type of trance. A case of genuine hypnosis like this makes a much hotter scoop.
Potter, Scoop.
Well, it's the sort of thing that borders on the paranormal. Our viewers just eat that stuff up.
Yeah, there's some truth to that too. Back in a previous school district, I had a job where I would deal with the media quite a bit, and yeah, there's some truth to what he's saying there.
Paranormal? The only thing paranormal around here is how fast I'm gonna make you two disappear!
Don't blame me.
Don't be making threats, Squidward.
Blame the market.
Where am I?
Snapped
I
him out
felt
of
like
it.
I was in some sort of horrible trance.
You wanna know what happened?
Okay.
You once again managed to single-handedly annihilate what might be the one and only chance I may ever get to sow just one tiny seed of creative hope into the culturally barren wasteland that each and every one of us is forced to call home. I don't suppose you two have anything.
They never actually played clarinet, and they don't even have clarinets anymore. I'm wondering if anything musical is going to happen here.
Elves.
Well, I guess if I was to say one thing, it would have to be, we're sorry, Squidward.
Yeah.
Oh, what this
We're
is.
sorry, Squidward.
No. Shh.
Hey, did those guys just call you Squidward?
No. They said Squilliam.
Oh, I knew this guy was a phony from minute one. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna get my tuition back.
No, wait!
And I heard this guy was supposed to be.
Wow! You're not going anywhere.
Why are the police here?
What's going on here?
Sorry, Professor, your little symphony is over.
It's true. We're on to your little ruse.
What a hot scoop.
The real Squilliam, as we all know, has a large, bushy unibrow just at the base of his forehead.
But
No unibrow. Squidward, chew tentacles, I'm placing you under arrest for impersonating a genius.
Yeah, I kept waiting, like, what's the charge? If you lie to become a college professor, depending on how you lie, you probably would just be fired. I don't know if you can be arrested. Now, if you impersonate a physician, impersonate a police officer, impersonate a military officer, those are crimes. I don't know about, he said impersonating a genius. I don't know if that's a crime or not. Oh, they got the metronome. They like being hypnotized. Well, I'm going to leave the video right there. I enjoyed that one as well. This one kind of hit home for me because before I was a principal, I was a music teacher and band director. Although I never heard them actually play. They all had clarinets, but they never actually played their clarinet. I also remember back in the day when this show was popular and I was still teaching, I would show, you know, the trumpet, the trombone, and all the different instruments. And when I got to clarinet, without fail, the first thing kids would say is, "Oh yeah, Squidward, Squidward." I thought, well, at least I know what it is. But I'm going to leave it right there. If you'd like me to review other episodes or other content, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.